Good morning once again. Welcome to our web reports webinar part 3. So we're going to talk about crosstab and chain report today. It's a very interesting topic and very much useful thing. Most of you done so many crosstab reports in Discover, I think. So it's a very useful thing, useful topic today. Uh, I'm not waiting. Only 5 attendees are there, not so many today. They might be busy, I think. Okay, fine. Let's start today's webinar. So, what is our agenda today? We are going to cover this thing, how to create crosstab report, how to format crosstab reports. So, we will learn how to format various crosstab reports, how to add columns and row value contribution in percentage. That is very important usage of a crosstab report, and it's very much useful thing to view data in a crosstab report. How to add totals and subtotals. Uh, I hope you might try some crosstab, doing some crosstab reports. I know that some of you might try to create some crosstab reports. Uh, we will talk a little bit more in this topic. Uh, then we will cover the chain report part. It's a new kind of reports that is there in Ginesys web reports. It's a new kind of report that we are going to cover today. How to create a chain report and how to collate multiple reports based on a common attribute value. This is one of a kind requirement, one of a kind feature that is there in Ginesys web reports. So let's start today. Today's webinar will doesn't have too much of subject, too much of to cover today. It's very simple, not that much of complex things are there. So let's start. Let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? Please respond. Okay, fine. So let's start today with simple crosstab reports. I have created one crosstab reports, and we will try to create the same report from the scratch. Okay, just let me run this report, site-wise sales summary report. So if I run this report, this is a nicely formatted crosstab reports which is showing uh, year-wise, month-wise, site-wise. So MSOCM, MSCOCM, these are all site names. Okay, these are not site types. The site name is named after the site type actually. Uh, then there are some key values that I am picking for this report. One is the quantity. For year-wise, month-wise, we are seeing which this report is showing site-wise quantity for year, month. Then the amount, sell amount. Okay. Then the site contribution. Okay. The contribution means this is the row level contributions. Site contributions, and this is the month contributions. So row level contributions is showing that what are the uh, month wise contribution. Sorry, this is the column level contribution, site concept contribution of the February. So MSOCM has 45. Hello, am I audible to everybody? Okay, some sort of disruptions happen, so please bear with us. Okay, so site contributions is basically the month-wise contribution for each and every sites, and totality it is coming to 100%. Then some bill counts, how many bills are there for every month, and some month-wise contributions of the amount values. That is uh, it is a row level contributions. In our topic, there is one topic that how to create some row level and column level contributions. Okay, so we will see how you can create those things. It is very useful part for a crosstab report. So let me edit this report in Designer. See, this is the crosstab report design, and any crosstab report, if you start from scratch from here in the navigator panel. So any crosstab reports, it comes as a wizard, okay? And the crosstab report layouts is basically a consolidated one. So whenever you double click a crosstab layouts in a designer, it will open a crosstab data designer window. So whatever data you want to show in your columns, rows, and for tabulation purpose, you have to select in this designer panel. Okay. So you cannot change any values from the designer part from here in the actual designer. In other type of reports, we usually change in the designer itself. Suppose if I want to change this amount to something different, then I cannot do that because uh, whenever you double click, it will open the designer, crosstab designer. You cannot do it in the designer itself, the root designer itself. So this is the difference of a crosstab layout. Let me create this report from the scratch so that you can see how a crosstab reports can be created. Okay. So what I have taken is that I have taken the calendar fiscal year description, then the calendar month descriptions. So we have a calendar data source available. So let's try to do it. Okay. So let's make this site wise cell demo. I have to select a folder. The session tree selection it is already selected. Then I have to go to categories. Then I have to select the categories. This report is based on the retail category, composite, POS, and bill summary. Okay, this is the same bill summary that is available in for POS analytics as well. Okay, the same bill summary is available. So let me select it, the bill summary. Then I have to select few masters. Okay, see there are few masters available. So first I will select the owner site. Maybe owner site is not required. Let's see. Maybe it is not required because site name is already available in bill summary, as we have told that all the required initial master information is already available in each and every category itself. So you don't have to take uh, the master for in a report, but we have to take the calendar part. Okay, so there is a calendar data source that you can take lots of calendar values you can select from this category. Let me show you one by one. So for filters, let me uh, keep it blank for the time being. Then the layout. See, the Crosstab data designer is available in this wizard. So we have to select the rows headers, then the column header, and the tabulation data source. So let's select the row first. So in row, I want owner site to be available. Okay, owner site, you have to drag and drop it to the relevant segments. So owner site is row level. Then in column level, I need to select. There are a lot of values available in calendar. You can just create an express view of a calendar report. Then you can see what this column value is all about. Okay. So date value, date of month number, date of quarter number, date of week descriptions. Lots of things for a particular date, for a particular calendar is available. Okay. And you should know what all the attributes are all about. So you need to create a express view and see what are there in this calendar view. Okay. So let me select the year descriptions. Okay. Uh, Year descriptions. And you can see how the layout is affected when I am selecting one by one. So year description, then under that I need month description. Okay. See, your layout has been changed and I need this type of layout. So owner site will come in row level, then year wise month will show, and the tabulation part. Now I have to select the tabulation part. So let me select the tabulation part from bill summary. Suppose one column. Suppose sell quantity. Let me select the single tabulation first. Okay. And you can select a particular theme. There are lots of themes available. Okay, let me select this theme. Uh, Fine. Now it comes to designer part. See, in designer, whenever you select a crosstab crosstab layout, it is showing a particular icon in the bottom of it. Okay, this is basically the crosstab wizard. It will open the crosstab data modifier, data designer. Okay, it is different from the other type of reports. Okay, so if you double click also, it will open. So let me run this report first and see how data is showing. Okay, fine. So in February, these are the quantity it is showing, and all the November, September, July, August. And obviously in year 2017, this month is sorted by character. So you need to take some other thing also. See, in my demo, in my actual report, I select calendar month descriptions, uh, month descriptions, fiscal year descriptions, fiscal year descriptions. Okay, I take the fiscal year descriptions. Fine. So let me select the fiscal year description first. So fiscal year and year description is two different things. Fiscal year is basically it will show me the accounting year that I have created in Ginesys, and year description is basically the calendar year. Okay, so both are different things. Okay, you can sort it. So let me sort it with first sort it with site, owner site, then sort it with fiscal year, then sort it with month description, month value, and see how it happens, how it comes. Now it is coming as per my requirement: May, June, July, August, September. Previously it is coming September 1st. Okay, so So I sort it with month code, month number, then as per year it is showing like this, fine. So now it is only showing one tabulation uh, column, okay, only the cell quantity, but I need some other columns also, okay. So let me select some other columns like say net amount, okay. So it is coming net amount, okay. And see, if I run this report without altering the thing, you cannot identify which is quantity and which is net amount. Okay, for that you need to specify a particular value in the designer. Okay, so for it is showing that each and every row, whether it is a row header or column head source or the tabulation source, there is a edit tabulation, edit column, edit header options is there. Okay, so for sales quantity, you just click it, you can label it up. So you can label it as quantity. Method is obviously sum, and see the quantity column is appearing here. Similarly, for net amount, and see that as one column has been added in this report to show me the level of the tabulation fields. If I run this report, it is showing like this: quantity amount, quantity amount. In Discoverer, these tabulation columns are showing in horizontal format, but in Ginesys web reports, it will show in vertical format. This is the difference between a Crosstab report which you have generated in Discoverer and in Ginesys web reports. You cannot create a Crosstab report in Ginesys web reports where you can show quantity and amount column side by side. It will always come in a vertical manner. Okay. Now what I have to do, see my quantity and amount column is already available. Now I want to create a site contribution. So site contribution means what I have done is that I have to take, I need site contribution of net amount. So I need to take a net amount, then in tabulation, edit tabulation part, I have to select the method sum and value from aggregate to percent of column. Okay, let me select it here. So again, see, cell quantity and net amount is already in tabulation data source. Again, I have to take another net amount column to make a site-wide contribution part. So in the third net, see the second net amount that I have taken now. So I have to select the edit tabulation part, need to label it site contribution. Percentage, and method sum value is percentage of column. So site is in column, so site-wise contribution has to be in column level. Okay. If I want to month-wise contribution, then it is a percentage of row, because row month. See, if you want a column level contribution, means for every column this will show the percentage breakup. Okay, and the total it will come to 100%. So site-wise contribution means I want site-wise contribution of my net amount for every month. So I need to create percentage of columns. Then I need to take another net amount column. So I have taken three net amount column, one for the amount part, one for site, second one is for site contribution percentage, and third one is for row percentage. It is month contribution. Percentage of row. Okay. And you can format it from here. So you can format this all three net amount to format that as number and run this report. Now see, it is showing like this. Maybe some more space is required. Okay. So here it comes. Okay, for quantity, it is showing, for example, MSOOCM side. Quantity for every month is showing. The amount is showing like this, and the site-wise contribution is 45%. See, site-wise contribution, it means this amount site-wise contribution for every month. For February month, all the site has some values, so contribution is coming as different percentage. But for other month, only one site value is available. So totality, it is coming to 100%. Okay. If any other site have values, then it will apportion it as per the value amount. Okay. And the month contribution is as per row level. So I done it as per row. So row level contribution is coming. So if you add all the row level part, it will come to 100. So now I am adding total as per column level totals and also row level totals. Okay. So let me make this simulate PDF part off so that I can show total all the data. I need to open the Crosstab Data Designer and see there is another one is option. Okay, it is this option is for the entire report, not for different columns. One more thing I need, if I want to change the column header part, then I need to open each and every uh, editor individually, each and every column editor individually, and label it as per my requirement. So this is site, this is fiscal year, this is month. See, automatically it is showing the result immediately. Now, total is not depends on column. Basically, total is a feature of the entire report. So I need to go to this option part first and select whether I need a grand total at row level and column level. So I need a grand total at top or bottom. I need grand total row level at bottom and grand total at column. I need grand total at left or right. So I need right. Okay. And that label and is total. See, it is automatically changed. Okay. So now let's run this report. See, automatically your entire reports add one total for row levels as well as for column levels. It is showing too much decimals, so I need to format it. So let me format it first. Two decimal, similarly for this. Not this. Now it is coming absolutely okay. So total, it is the same format that the same output which I show you previously is the same thing, but I have formatted in a different way, and this report is formatted in a different way. Fine, that is not a problem. You can easily format it as per your requirement. For that, you can just select. You can select it. Maybe you can select this quantity, and you can format your background color and font colors and all. You can change it as per your requirement. So it is very simple to format, right? So basically, the core component of Crosstab report is already there. Now, if you want to format it, basically it is coming as per themes, the applied themes. It is coming, but if you want, you can easily add your custom formats in it. That is not a problem. If you open it, it will show like this. You can create. You can select any other format as well. So see format automatically applied. If you run this report, it will come like this. Okay. So these are all predefined preset formats available, but obviously if you want, you can easily change your format as per your wish, as I have done in this report. Okay, that is not a problem. So this is basically all about the Crosstab reports. One thing I must mention that unlike Discoverer reports, all the tabulation part, all the cell area should be vertically aligned. So it is not in a horizontal layout. But one more thing I need to show you is that there is another one, uh, another option is there. Let me show you first. If I open it, in option part, the row header placement, whether it is column or hierarchical, that you can specify. Let me, now it is on column level. Let me select it hierarchical and see what happens to the report. See, you will not get the effect here. Maybe if I suppose if I take another one, for example, if I take another uh, was created by, okay, fine. Let me select another field in row level. Was created by. Or we can select another category also. Let me select uh, another category of item. Site wise, division wise, I want to show. Okay, so bill summary doesn't have item details, so I cannot show you with this. Uh, Let me see what kind of sort I can make, or what kind of, suppose. mm, Say for example, if I add customer name, or created by, let's see, created by. Okay. See, this is the hierarchical report. This is the hierarchical report. It is not showing in columnar format. It is hierarchical report. You can place your site-wise total in top or bottom also. Let me show you how you can segregate. Suppose in MS OOCM side, there is two different creator of bills. Okay. So let me show how you can add a subtotal to it. Okay. See, this is the format of hierarchical view. If you want, if I change this format to columnar level, then see how it is happening. It is showing. Immediately it gets reflected. This is the difference between a columnar and hierarchical format. I think it is available in Discoverer also. It is inline and outline part. Okay, so there is also available there also. So let me add subtotals, maybe subtotals of site-wise subtotals. Okay, so for example, this MS OOCM site doesn't have. I cannot view the totals of MS OOCM. So how much percentage, how much quantity is total in June? How much total quantity sold for MS OOCM site? It is not visible in here. So I need to add a subtotal for it. Okay. So let me add a subtotal. So for example, if I add at the row level and owner site or created by owner site. Now I can add a subtotal for site. Site wise, I need subtotal. Site wise subtotal placement is bottom, and it is, let me label it as subtotal. See, automatically the subtotal appears in your template. See, automatically subtotals added. So run this report. Subtotals for MSCOCM, MSCOMTS, and MSOOCM. Okay. Again, I need to format it. See, now MSOOCM site-wise total is coming. And one thing you must see that the site contributions is also segregated based on your manager and your created by voice. It is already segregated as columnar format. Your contribution, month-wise contribution, site-wise contributions, all are segregated based on your grouping. Okay, so this is how you can create a very good Crosstab reports with totals and subtotals. Uh, it's very easy to configure a report. Not much complexity there in creating this report. One thing you need to understand that how you are going to format a report, that you have to understand first. What should be in rows, what should be columns, how the contribution should be shown, whether it is a percentage of row or percentage of column, that you have to decide and act upon it. Okay. So, do you have any queries in Crosstab? So please tell me. Now I will answer it. There. Now I hope if add item division section, then it would be in hierarchical way. Yes, Gaurav, definitely you can create a hierarchical view also if you add division section department, uh, and you can add total at hierarchical level also. For example, let me show you one thing. Let me show you. If I change it to hierarchical part, suppose if I make it hierarchical and if I select this site-wise total at top, then it is showing site-wise total like this, not at the level of site, but at this level. This is not that much of relevance, but definitely if you place it in bottom, it will be more relevant. So any other questions? I'm not getting questions from you right now, so I'm continuing my chain report part. Okay, so let's start chain report. One thing I must tell you that if you when you will be creating crosstab reports, if you face any problem, definitely uh, send me the whereabouts of the reports. You can talk to me directly if you need any help. Definitely, I will help you in this regards. Okay. So let's start with cross tab. I have completed just now. Then the next part is the chain reports. So what is chain report? First, you need to understand what is chain report is all about. Chain report is basically a collation, a combination of multiple reports. Okay. Suppose let's see what is chain reports is all about. I have created two chain reports. One is a financial statement. So see, there are different financial statements available. One is balance sheet, profit and loss, trial balance. All these three reports are there to execute individually. Okay. Now, if some management decide that please give me a financial statement report which will consist of three reports in a combination and in a single PDF file, then how you will do that? This is where you need to use this uh, chain report part. Let me show you how I have designed it, the financial statement. Let me run it. So for any chain report, you cannot run a chain report in previewer. You have to be run in PDF or Excel or any other format. You have to export it. It cannot chain report cannot be run, cannot be viewed in report viewer. Okay, well, that is a specialty of chain report. So always chain report is developed for export purpose. So if I run this report in PDF, then see what happens. So reports, all three reports are collated in a one report, and all the common filters are available in front of me. Now I have to select all the filters. All the common filters are available. So I want to show amount in actuals, include unposted records, yes, show zero balance, no, and opening only, no. So if I run it, okay, see three reports executing simultaneously, and it will combine it to one PDF file. So this is basically the requirement of chain report. So if I need to combine different report outputs into a single PDF file, then this is a very useful thing. See, the trial balance is showing in this page, then in same PDF file it is showing the profit and loss also, then the balance sheet. Okay. The three reports combined into one PDF file, and you can mail it. You can schedule a mail for it to send it to any recipient. Okay. This is one type of collation, one type of combination of financial statement. So let me show you how you can create a financial statement like this. Suppose if I edit this financial statement, see there is firstly you have to select the name of the report and the folder where this report will reside. Then the report part. In report part, you have to select report that is already developed and available in your folder list. So from there, I select this balance sheet, profit and loss, trial balance, and it is showing the folder structure associated with it. And the available export type. What type of available export type it is? So if you this four type of Excel output is there. If you select, but if you can change that okay, I need only the PDF output, not the Excel output. Then you can select each and every, then you can select the options and you can make it off. I don't want RTF and CSV, only PDF and Excel will be available. Then only the PDF and Excel will be available to you. Okay, so these are the options available. One thing I want to show you that suppose you have created a chain report, and in chain report you have assigned few reports in a chain report, and the folder structure is like this: finance, financial statement, trial balance, and the folder structure are like this. And now you change, you suppose now if I change this balance sheet, and if I move this balance sheet to any other folder, then this report will not work. Okay, report will stop working. I will show you in my other demo. That is a vendor detail demo. Let me show you a vendor detail demo first. It has two reports. One report, it is showing the PO register for a vendor. All the vendor PO register is coming, and after finishing, it is showing the vendor outstanding demo. Okay, this is the purchase invoice, and this is the debit, credit, balance, adjustment, outstanding, and cumulative outstanding, and it is showing how much to be paid, right? This, so vendor wise outstanding and vendor wise PO register is coming. These are two different reports, and I combine it to create another report, that is vendor detail demo. This is a chain report I created, and in this chain report, see, I have selected these two reports: PO register demo and vendor outstanding demo. So you have to create different reports separately first. Then you can take advantage of chain report by collating all the reports into one report, right? Now I am showing you, if I change this PO register demo, this I change the folder from this session 3 to different location. So what it will happen? So if I see my PO register is in session 3, and it is, this report has been taken in this vendor detail demo. If I just move it from session 3, I move this from session 3 to sample report, just one step above. Then if I run this vendor detail demo, see what happens. That there are error with the report which prevents it from being executed or scheduled. Please edit report to view and fix errors. So now if you edit this report, it will show that this child report is no longer exist, has been removed. Okay. So this is what error you will get if you change the destination of the report. If I again move it to session 3, then this report will start again. So that is that you have to keep in mind when creating a chain report, that from wherever you pick that report, that same destination should be available. The report should be available in that destination only. Otherwise, your chain report will not work. Okay. Now, one additional feature that I am going to show you is that, see, in this vendor detail demo, I have collated two report, and one report is executing first, that is PO register, and it is showing vendor wise all the vendor PO register is coming. Then after finishing this report, then vendor outstanding demo is coming for all the vendors. Okay, but it doesn't have any significance if I want the only ABC Limited, the register part and the vendor outstanding part will show me one by one, and after that the next vendor will come. After that the next vendor will come. How to make that? Because you have created two different reports, and these two different reports are working differently. Individually, these two reports is executing and it is collating under one PDF file. But there is a very good feature available in chain report, is that there is an option is collate reports on. This option is very useful. If you click that collate report on based on a column name and how where from where this is available, that I will show you. Now if I collect this report on and save it, and if I run this report again, see what happens. It is processing 12 pages. Previously it is processing only few pages. Now see what happens. PO register, the ABC PO register will come first in first page, and then second page the same, the ABC vendor outstanding is coming. Okay. Then in next page PO register again appears with the other vendors. Then the vendor outstanding is showing nil. Then the Anil and Company PO register is coming, and the Anil and Company vendor outstanding is showing. So one by one it is showing, and it is grouping based on it is collating based on the vendor. So that what I specified over here in the option part. Collate reports on vendor name. One thing you should keep in mind that what both the reports, the PO register demo and vendor outstanding report, should have a common sort fields. Let me show you. PO register demo and vendor outstanding demo. In PO register demo, I have a sort field sorted by customer vendor name, and the same customer name vendor name has been sorted in this report vendor outstanding demo also. So it will collate, when you collate these two reports under one chain report, it will pick the sort fields, the common sort fields, and show it in this option field. So in both my reports I have the same sort field, that's why it is showing. If I change it to any other field, if nothing, no commonality found, then these options will be disabled. So to enable this option, you should have a common sort fields for all the reports that you are going to collate. That you need to keep in mind for chain reports. So this is the thing about chain reports. Nothing left to show you now. Basically, chain reports is basically a collation of two reports or many n number of reports you can collate. You can create a booklet kind of thing and mail it to the specified recipient, or you can take a PDF copy of it. And the next and one more feature that is there is that the commonality, that is the collation based on a common sort field. That is necessary if you want. So I have shown you two different kind of chain reports. For in financial report, there is no common sorting, because the data sources are different. Trial balance, profit and loss, and balance sheet should execute individually and should be part of a PDF file one by one after another. But in vendor outstanding, I need to collate it based on a vendor name, so that for one vendor, the register and the outstanding should come one after another, right? Because previously in PO register, it is showing all the vendors first, then it will execute the vendor outstanding, it will show all the vendor outstanding thereafter. So it's two different reports, but if I collate it, it will show one after another. Now if I select and if I export it in Excel output, if I export it, these vendor details, now I am showing you one by one. If I make this collation off, save, and if I export this report to Excel, see what happens. See, it is creating two different worksheets for two different reports, right? So how as many as whatever how many if you add four reports, it will create four different sheet for export purpose. Okay. Now, if I collate this report, what will happen? See, if I collate this report based on vendor name, then what happens? It will create 12 different sheets. One is pure registered demo for ABC Limited. Then the ABC Limited vendor outstanding is showing. Then pure registered demo 2, it is showing this for accessories. It's showing blank. Then the pure registered demo 3, it's showing Anil and Company, Anil and Company. So side by side for each and every vendor, it is showing like this. Okay. So this is the difference between export of a chain report in different way. So this is all about today's topic. I have covered each and everything regarding crosstab and chain reports. I hope it will help you. If you have any questions, please put it up. Otherwise, I will close today's webinar. No, Gaurav, it is not possible. It is not possible. As of now, in Ginesys web reports, it is not possible. I know it's a change that user has to accommodate. Otherwise, this is the only options available for crosstab reports. How to have crosstab in tabular reports? Example, say at row level, PO number, date, total quantity amount, and want to have a loop on Sidewise. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. For that, you need to create a crosstab based on a static columns. That I can show you in a different webinar how you can create that. I am keeping this topic as a support lab session. I will show it in a different way, different webinar. Maybe after finishing all my upcoming webinars, whenever I start the support webinars, I will definitely show you, or even I can share a link so that you can see how Ginesys reports can be created on a static crosstab report. It's because, see, crosstab reports basically in this crosstab report, suppose in this crosstab reports, this month and year is basically it derives in runtime and spawn in these reports. Okay, rendering reports. But instead of that, you can create a static column, hard-coded column, like suppose you have size. So you can select that if size is 34, then show quantity, then L0. Like that, you can create different columns and create that report in your document report on any other reports. So you cannot combine a tabular report and a crosstab reports in one single report. If one report, see why it is there, because they have created a separate category called crosstab reports. They have this particular type of report dedicated for crosstab reports. In advanced report, maybe you can add a crosstab section that you can try it out. But in crosstab reports, it's basically a different type of reports they have. It is created in Ginesys web reports. So okay, thank you so much. So we will cover a very important topic in our next webinar session, that is report security, I think. So I hope you all be there in that webinar session next Tuesday. So thank you so much. Thank you.